Our other big place that we're trying to focus on as a state is non-traditional students. Those kids who are interested in a pathway that is typically, stereotypically, the other gender. And we talked a bit about this in the data presentation yesterday. We need to find these kids. We've missed both of our we missed one in Safe Harbor for completion. I graphed this data a little bit differently. I laid the participation over the completion. So on this side, you see this got a second y-axis with different sets of numbers. But in doing this, you could see that the pattern is the same for both participation and completion. I don't know if it's helpful or not, but I just thought it might be to see that there's a big difference in the goal. There's not much difference in the attainment, and there's not much difference in the total students that are taking non-traditional classes. So this is both boys and girls that are taking, for example, welding, and this is only the girls. Okay, so the attainment is the opposite gender, the atypical gender, and here is all of the kids who are taking a gendered program of study, a gendered CTE course. And so what we're looking for is how do we move this needle? How do we move the attainment side? How do we get more students to take atypical courses? And how many students? Well, participation we need to increase quite a bit. We're looking for 5,000 students statewide to take a course that's of the non-stereotyped gender. Girls taking boy classes, boy taking girl classes. I talked a little bit yesterday in the post-secondary presentation about health service providers and how, as a woman, I like having a female provider, not just a female doctor, but female x-ray technicians, female imaging technicians, and making sure that those girls are not told that x-ray tech is a man's path. I was thinking last night, in fact we were talking with some of my PED colleagues about how more and more women are living without a male partner. And a single woman who is keeping her own home might very much prefer to have female people come take care of her house, plumbing. She would probably prefer to have a female plumber come to the home. If she needs to have an addition built, she might feel more comfortable having a female contractor and female staff building on as a single woman. What can we do to make sure that those paths are open for women? And conversely, what can we do to make men feel like they don't have to go into construction? That if they want to go into a caregiving field, that those are open for them. That boys who are interested don't feel like the only choice is to be a doctor. They could be a nurse. That's okay. So that's what we're looking for here. In the subgroups, where is the problem? Well, do I have it circled? Did I put? Yes, I did put a circle. A huge part of it is the boys. The girls are vanguarding into male-dominated fields. Part of that is financially driven, right? Young girls are saying, you know what? I could make a lot of money as a general contractor, as a plumber, as a lineman, as a welder. The guys are not so much pursuing the female classes. I hope that isn't just because of finances, but there probably is a little bit of that. But so as we look for ideas to improve, here, let's think about this problem. How do we get boys to take these classes, to like these classes, and to stay in school? And you guys have a few more minutes, just a couple. I'll just give you 2 minutes, and then I'll look for some good ideas so that I end up on time. how to get non-traditional participation up, especially getting boys to take those classes. Okay, we're gonna have a quick share out on this because I think this is a really tough one, and I think we could all use some team support. What do you guys have over here? I saw that there was some. Now let's hear it. You get the mic. Come on.
No,
you can do it.
I really am shy. I don't want to.
Okay.
Please don't.
Tell me, and I'll put it through.
Changing the language, like for instance, instead of saying you're a barber, you say you're a hair.
Okay, so changing the language to make it more gender neutral. So instead of having a barber and a cosmetologist, have a hair designer, and that neutralizes the language. Oh, instead of a welder, you have a metal technologist. Yeah, so just some of the ways that we talk about things. That's a really, really good point. Yeah. How about over here? Gary, what you got for us?
Well, we were just talking about that, how we would like to see more males at the preschool level, for example.
Yeah.
And we had some examples of that, and they seem to be working well. We also had the discussion about female plumbers. We recognized one, but we need to promote that at the counseling level to let them know, as we're talking about careers, these careers are available to you, and don't let anything stop you from pursuing that.
Yeah, so counseling is a huge part of it, making sure that when a student expresses interest, making sure that the support people in their life who should be helping them reach their goals don't inadvertently derail them and take them off track. Oh, you shouldn't be a pre-K, you shouldn't be a kindergarten teacher. You're too smart for that. Don't you want to be a high school science teacher? That's where males teach. Right? We don't want to be undermining that. Okay, a couple more for us. I think these are really good, and really, I think it's really helpful for us to hear these ideas.
The credential process, like with a journeyman lineman. How would you, I had this argument, my husband is a lineman, and I said, well, I could learn how to do that. I could read it in a manual. And he goes, let's go to a competition. Let me see the physical part of it. I could never do the physical part of that job. But then we were debating here, well, I could do the detail work. You know, so we need to figure out other ways of getting those credentials and certifications to get women into some of those male-dominant positions.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Anybody else have